What is changing with the teacher evaluation system, and why are these changes happening? Beginning with the 2013-2014 school year, the law regarding student performance measures and teacher evaluation changed. Classroom teachers will be evaluated only on the students they directly teach in 2013-2014 and in 2014-2015 on the state and district assessments. The student performance points in the evaluation will also increase from 35 to 45 points of the overall teacher evaluation. By the 2015-2016 school year, teachers will be evaluated on the students they teach and in the content they teach using end-of-course exams. However, until then, we were left to develop a fair way to evaluate all teachers, since only about a third of our teachers work with students who take FCAT in grades 4 through 10. Without EOCs in place, what assessments will be used to measure student performance for non-FCAT grades and subjects? Teacher teams from each grade level came together to analyze and select assessments for the purpose of evaluation of non-VAM teachers with two guiding principles. First, it had to be an assessment we already offered, and second, we had to have historical data to analyze. The kindergarten assessments for teacher evaluation will be the KG Literacy Survey and KG Mathematics. For grades 1 through 2, the assessment selected by the committee is the BELA. We will use 3 years of FCAT scores to determine the ACT target, and 3 fair assessments in a single year to determine the third grade FCAT target. To ensure teachers are fairly and accurately evaluated, we have also included several variables to be calculated in the VAM scores for non-FCAT areas. These include the number of students assessed. This means that teachers must have at least 8 students in an associated year, or the school-wide average will be used. And if teachers work with multiple grade levels, their VAM will be weighted by the number of students in each bucket. The number of test administrations. Some schools administer BELA 3 times, some schools administer BELA 4 times. Results will be weighted based on both the number of students and number of administrations. Student characteristics such as ESE, ELL, and free and reduced lunch eligibility will also be used as a variable when calculating non-FCAT VAM. Another issue of fairness is the 6th-7th grade VAM anomaly. There are a few factors that have created this issue in Brevard. Research shows that the transition from elementary to middle school impacts student growth achievement. Brevard is one of only 2 counties to transition students after 6th grade, while the majority move students to middle school after 5th grade. An individual student's VAM score is based on how well the student is predicted to perform based on his past 2 years of student data. And this is compared to other like students from across the state. So our 6th grade students continue learning in their known environment, while students across the state are making that tough transition. This falsely elevates our 6th grade VAM scores because the other Florida 6th graders are dealing with the changes experienced in middle school. Then our students hit 7th grade and transition to middle school and experience the challenges their peers across the state experienced the year before. Not only are they likely to perform worse than the previous year while their state peers are improving, their predicted performance is based on the inflated scores from the previous year, causing 7th grade VAM scores to drop significantly in Brevard County. Since scores should accurately reflect the teaching of our staff, not when students transition, we have made a slight adjustment down for the 6th grade VAM scores to the top of the other grade's highest deviation point. Likewise, to accommodate the anomaly that occurs in 7th grade, we have adjusted the deviation range up for 7th grade VAM scores to the bottom of the lowest grade deviation. To be fair to FCAT VAM teachers, whose scores are provided by the state, non-FCAT VAM scores will be distributed across the 45-point measurement scale using the same ranking system. We will calculate highly effective, needs improvement, and unsatisfactory point values using the same weighted formula produced by FCAT VAM results. Ultimately, there will be the same percentages in each category for FCAT and non-FCAT teachers. What about other personnel, such as resource teachers and administrators? They will designate the measure that will determine their student achievement evaluation score based on their primary responsibility. Take, for instance, a secondary level math resource teacher. He or she would be evaluated based on the district average for secondary FCAT math and the Algebra 1 EOC. Likewise, an elementary literacy coach would receive the district average for elementary reading. Reading coaches, guidance counselors, and other non-classroom teachers at the school level may designate the school VAM for reading and math or the school VAM for reading or math, depending on their primary responsibility. For a more in-depth look at the calculations used to create a fair and equitable process for determining student performance data, please view a presentation by John Carr at www.brevardschools.org.